First of all, I realize this is not the most impressive project at all, but this, in the spirit of this video series being about the process, I wanted to share this with you guys as well. And then at the end of the video, you can find my reflections as to what I think went wrong and what I'm planning to change for the next week. JC has this quote where he goes, "If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it." Applying that quote to my current progress, if I can't build it twice, I don't really know how to do it. So that's my motivation for this challenge. I really want to master the art of quick prototyping. So my goal is to build 3 web applications in 6 days using Django and Heroku and launch all 3 of them before Saturday night. So idea number 1 is going to be building out Dragon Brains, like the website I started on last week. The second idea is my mentors library, a website where you could choose which mentors you want to have in life. Like it could be, for me, it would be like Kobe Bryant or like Michael Jordan or Brian Chesky or whoever. And then every morning you will get like a minute worth of content, either in videos or quotes or whatever. The third idea I haven't thought of yet. I'll think of it in a couple of days. So this is how I'm structuring it. The challenge, a goal for the week, the motivation for the challenge. My plan for the week is, okay, so today I'll come up with the two ideas. And I'll create a realistic backlog. So essentially what kind of functions I want for the idea. And I'll start building out idea number 2. And then tomorrow I'll finish up algorithm for Dragon Brains with a friend of mine. And then Wednesday I'll start building out idea 3. Thursday finish up idea 2. Friday finish up idea 3. And Saturday finish. Okay, so it's day 2 today. Yesterday was I got to bed a little late, so I started the day off a little late today. But yeah, my goal today is to clock 7 hours. Make sure that you can categorize different tweets, that the algorithm for the 7 a.m. daily tasks works, and that there's a limit to how you can input the tweet. Okay, so it's day 3, and my goal for today is to build out my mentors. The second idea, to fully build it out so it's functional. So this is my backlog for all the ideas. For Dragon Brains, the current state, the goal state, and the backlog. So not started, in progress, I need help with, or completed. Prioritize this, so this is the most important, this is the second most important. And also the importance comes from, if I do this, then this is going to be easier, if I do this, this is going to be easier, and so on. So my goal for today is simply to build the third idea. It's called Vice and Virtue. It's basically a journaling web app where the user could answer pre-submitted questions, and I'm taking inspiration from Benjamin Franklin's questions that he asked himself in the morning and evening, and then each day you can submit a new answer to those 7 questions, and then you can track them over time. So essentially a journaling web app. Hey, it's day 5, it's Friday, and I'm going to be completely honest, I don't feel very inspired to do this exact challenge. Last week I felt like I was in a lot of flow and time was just flying by. This week I'm feeling like I'm not really there. I'm going to reflect more on it on Sunday. At this rate, I promised myself I'll complete this project, so I'm just going to complete it today and tomorrow. And then I'll reflect on what went wrong on Sunday. There is some server errors with the Heroku database, and I'm not really sure why that's happening. House enter all. Then you can see all the different posts by, for instance, Kobe Bryant or Brian Chesky. Those are the 2 people, and then you can filter based on, okay, Kobe Bryant's quotes. I need to change this, but yeah, Kobe Bryant's quote, and then you could see. But what is kind of cool is you could actually filter based on the different subjects right now. I mean, I think this might have been true, yes, last week as well. But you can add a new post. Let's say monkeys is a common name, and you can say category, whatever, Kafka on the shore. And then you could choose between the subjects. So I think this is kind of neat. It just makes the process more streamlined. And then you can submit it, and then you could find it here as well. Otherwise, I haven't done too much on this, to be honest. So my reflections for this week is 3 things I did well. Firstly, I was getting used to reusing code. For instance, the login system I created last week, I could use that again. Writing to the database and getting from the database, I could just reuse that, and I think that's really cool because that could make the whole prototyping process much quicker. There's no point in creating a login system twice. Second thing is I committed to do this for 6 days, and then I said I will reflect on this on Sunday. So I didn't pivot throughout the week and be like, okay, I'm not feeling inspired right now, so I'll change and do something else. I just committed, and I'll do my reflection on Saturday or Sunday. And the third thing is I left my laptop at the office, so I ended up reading actual physical books instead of Netflix before bed, and I got more sleep with that. So that's the 3 positive things. And things I want to change. So firstly, I tried to do too many things at the same time with this week. I had 3 different goals, and it was really hard for me to find out one goal that I was really inspired by. So for next week, I just want to have one clear end goal. And work towards that. Secondly, I don't want to take meetings or have other things during the day. So I'll take them after I'm done with my work. So I don't want to mess up my flow. Thirdly, I want to start off my work earlier. So I want to get to the office a little earlier, start it off at a good note. So one thing I thought about a lot this last week was that, yes, I encountered a lot of troubles with not being in flow and not feeling like I was in flow. And last week I didn't even think about it. Like I would spend 8, 9, 10 hours, and my goal was only to spend 6 hours, and it was just I felt natural. This week I was struggling to even get 5 hours when my goal was 7. So I think there's this quote somewhere where someone said that if your plants don't grow, you don't force them to grow. You fix the soil around it, right? And I think that's something I've been thinking about. Is I can't force myself to be in flow. I could just make sure that the elements that facilitate flow, I could make sure those are right. So that's what I've been thinking about a lot. Is yes, I wasn't able to work as effectively as last week. Okay, what was the reasons for that? I'm not going to push myself to work even more effectively. I'm going to shape the system so that I feel that naturally I'll work more effectively. Yeah.